Did you see on Suge's latest podcast? He spoke a bit about the peace treaty in '92, and spoke on how artists started depicting or representing gang culture when the peace treaty was on, but they would have never done that had there not been a treaty. Did you see that little segment? And do you have any thoughts at all about that particular segment on his podcast?
Oh man, Suge is not listening to his boy. Suge going too deep for us, y'all. He's going a little bit too deep. He got to get a little childish with his interviews. Y'all gonna lose interest if he don't. Who's ever listening and advising him, please advise him. He got to tap, clear up, address some things. And he got to. And if not, things gonna, his podcast gonna die real soon, in my opinion. And so, he talked about the riots. What I got from that interview that I didn't understand, and I was like, where the hell is he going with this? Why is he just outright lying? Where he said Compton cops were getting into the cars and doing drive-bys so they could make money because they didn't like the peace or the truce that was going on between the Bloods and the Crips. Because they wasn't getting overtime and stuff like that. Don't know where Suge Knight got that shit from. If he just sitting in jail, if that was a myth that was going around, sitting in jail around all the Bloods and Perus, and that's what they took from the riots. But I'm gonna be honest. As a cop, we didn't have no problems with the peace treaties. The unfortunate thing that was happening during the peace treaties, to be honest, was people were now knowing, and it didn't last because you will always hear about a little John from Santana Block Crip. And you know every night your mama is crying because little Michael got shot by a little John from Santana Block. But you didn't know who the fuck he was. And now you up there gathering and hanging out with him. And now you got to revenge little Michael's death. Because now you know who he is. And you standing right next to him, drinking and partying and all of that. That was one reason why the peace treaty didn't survive. Second reason was, because now you had all of it's a term called hood rat. A hood rat is a chick that only fuck with niggas from that particular neighborhood. That's what a hood rat is. She's little Michael's sister, and she only fuck with little Michael brothers and his homeboys. But now she meeting these blood or Crip from the opposite side, and she's starting to like them. And your homeboy been trying to fuck her since the 6th grade. And now he's seeing her getting with this dude from the other side that he hates, really, or used to hate. And now she hanging out with him. Second reason, peace treaty didn't work out. And you talking to somebody that was in the deep of I was every night out there on the streets of Compton working. So I know this for a fact. But the main problem was you had 300, 400 blacks, red and blue, hanging out at parks and stuff. 2, 3 in the morning. And then they get drunk. And so the neighbors start saying this, like, why the police ain't doing nothing? Why the police ain't doing nothing? And so we had to come and disperse them. And now they up there 'Cause they seen Rodney King and they seen the video camera talking back to him. So yeah, we did have to fire some rounds. I was a different type of cop, I keep telling y'all. Fire some rounds in the air, niggas run like roaches. Y'all ever seen roaches scatter when the lights come on in the kitchen? That's how niggas used to scatter when you fire some rounds off. But they weren't doing stuff like that because then 4 or 5 in the morning, I remember an incident on Rosecrans. Old man Julio riding down on the bicycle on his way home from working dishwashing job. What did those niggas do to Amigo going home, riding his bike, hard-working Mexican man going home? They jumped and beat him down. Remember that, y'all? From Compton 400 West Rosecrans? What they did to that Mexican man coming home from work on his bicycle? So, cops couldn't allow that to happen. Couldn't allow that to keep going on with these niggas hanging out, because when you're standing around listening to music and got a cellar going, y'all know what a cellar is? It's alcohol. Ain't nothing to do but stupid shit next. And that's what happened. So it wasn't that no fun. Cops didn't care about, we was getting overtime like crazy then, because we had to control all these because they were gathering and hanging out and partying in groups of hundreds to 1,000 at a time. So it was plenty of overtime. So that's the only thing I disagree with Suge about on his latest podcast. Other than that, he's spitting game. He's spitting game. But I'll caution him. I think you might be going a little too deep for YouTubers. That's my opinion. I know a lot of people may have a different opinion. You adults, you 50-year-olds, you people that come and view this just because y'all like hearing about the 90s. But the people that like the bullshit, the drama, is unfortunately going to start checking out on this podcast. And I would caution, just please, Suge, please, Toy, please, Dave, advise my boy to mix in some of the stuff we gave, some of the suggestions we gave. Mix those in with the knowledge. I hear you, dog. I hear the growth in you, man. I hear it. But it might be a little too deep for YouTubers. We already got Dr. Omar, whatever his name is, Dr. Omar. We don't need too many of him. Peace.